I'm like the kid with the backpack.
Yeah.
But I'm not wearing the backpack. I put it in the locker.
I wanna know something. Who you gon' trust with the stress? They tryna push from all directions, so they call it the press. Some writers being honest about me with the things that I read.
Alright, so my boy Shayan's in the building.
Alright, man.
So Shayan, let me tell you, Shayan is the guy I called in that other episode, and I said let's do an episode, but he wasn't down because we didn't plan it.
You want to do an episode? Yeah, me, you, and Jared. Yeah. Oh no.
We're about to go do a photo shoot. Me and Jared are gonna do a photo shoot with one of Jared's good friends. She's a dope photographer, but I don't have a lot of clothes. If you look at my Instagram up until this point, I have like 4 or 5 outfits that I basically just interchange and wear all the time. Shayan is my boy, so me and Shayan talk about creative stuff. Shayan is a creative, brilliant mind. He makes music, he mixes music, he writes. He's building his own media empire. Yo, we're gonna talk about Shayan. But what Shayan is also really good at is clothes, man. All right, we're gonna link this in the video. It's gonna have a little snippet of your article. Yeah. Shayan recently interviewed Lil B.
Bass guy.
He loves Lil B. You should tell him the story.
Basically, long story short, like 10 years, been a big fan of dude. He reached out to me on SoundCloud. He just followed me out of the blue. So I DM'd him on SoundCloud and was like, hey man, like thanks for the follow, big fan, like longtime fan. So I was like, sends me his email and it's like, yeah man, like if you want to work, like that's love, like send me like anything you want to work on, beats, music, business, whatever, like hit my line, whatever. And I'm like perplexed. I'm like, yo, Lil B, like one of my favorite rappers ever, just hit me back on SoundCloud. And so I sent him an email and there's a bit of miscommunication. I think he said he thought I wanted to do a song with him or whatever. And I was like, no, like just an interview is fine. Again, so we kind of like coordinated and stuff. And we're like, okay, cool, like let's meet in Oakland. We went to Jack London Square in Oakland and basically we just chopped it up for like 3 hours. Yeah, so then I started Letterman's. That's how Letterman's came about. And so the whole thing with Letterman's is that it's a reference to basically a lot of that whole era of rap music that I grew up on. And so if you'll remember, Letterman's is like, you know, like Letterman's jackets. Like obviously Letterman is like the singular, but like Letterman's jackets that a lot of the rappers were wearing around that time. And it's just like the instant I see it, it just immediately takes me back to that time. Anytime I see those jackets.
I learned on my last vacation that I'm bad at vacation. I'm thinking, how did I make it? Not by doing vacation. Well, I guess you could say that I should have paced it, but me, I just chased it. The truth had to face it, and now I'm on a rocket ship. I'm going to space with. I came a long way from the subway station.
And honestly, just like talking to Lil B about it, a phrase that he commonly used, and I brought this up in the interview too. A phrase that he commonly uses is like history, like this is history, or let's make history, all sorts of stuff. And it's like, it's crazy we've now reached the age where a lot of the music we grew up on like 10 years ago, people are talking about stuff like, you know, dark fantasy, like a lot of Kanye stuff, or like even an album like Blonde that just dropped like 3 years ago. People speak about it like it's history, there's like artifacts.
It's vintage.
Like
at this point, Watch the Throne.
It's history. It's history.
I mean, dark fantasy is a magnum opus. It is a masterpiece. Artwork.
Yeah.
It's crazy, and we talk about like these people who are our heroes. Now we're building things, whether it's the show or my songs, or for you, whether it's your Letterman's, your interviews, and if it becomes a podcast video, who cares? Whatever you do with it, right?
Whatever.
There are people reading and watching us that we don't know. Some of them we talk to because they reach out to us and we respond to people.
Yeah.
But there are other people who are not even hitting us up. I never ever reached out to XV, and I'm a huge fan of his.
Yeah.
Like there are people like that for you and me that we don't even know yet.
Yeah.
People will look back on this and be like, damn, remember when we used to watch?
That's history. In the words of Lil B, that's history.
That's history.
Let's listen to this.
Listen.
Hey, thanks so much, man.
Remember that year I performed at the United Nations. Few days earlier I got robbed at the bus station. They claiming my baggage, they wish they were Kayvon music. I know I'm dope, ask Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. I'm publishing jingles that make my publicist tingle, cause we make stacks like a Pringle with every subsequent single. This all kinda came to me, everything's a game to me. She says I hear your music and I scream I give her sprinkles. I am mentioned in grit, I'm so damn accomplished.
Shirt right here, it's like the one Kanye wore at Coachella 2011, except his was a women's Celine shirt. But it's kind of got the same vibe, just saying.
All kidders from Warner Brothers. dollars. Show me Mac Miller's album, I met him before he passed. Rest in peace, man, I'm honored. I met Trey Songz and make offers when Rock
thank you for
Nation
having
was
me.
watching. I
Thanks for
spit
having me,
crap rap.
everyone.
It must be cold with some soda popping. I'm in all the important rooms. You know I'm up next. Superhero moves, I should wear tights, let my butt flex. Used to be an amateur, now I'm on the banister. I'm Spider-Man, you are just a Times Square character. No, you cannot speak to me. I should charge a speaking fee. That's not really how it is, but that's the way it needs to be. I spit flames, they don't compare when I rap. So how do I start a fire when I don't have a match? Thank you if you support it since I was tiny. And to those who showed love before labels try to sign me. But to those who stole my bag, please don't call your feet.